Okay, awesome. So you guys, I'm super excited. So as most of you know, we did a lot of this talk was at our retreat live in Breckenridge, Colorado, but it was broken into two pieces done by Sydney and where did she go? There you are. Oh, thank goodness. No, I couldn't even see you on the screen. Okay, so it
Sorry.
was done by Sydney and Shelly, but we're really condensing it and trying to figure out how we can bring to you guys the basics about taking photos, and then how to make Canva work for you. I think that that's really important, and we want to help you guys feel like you can improve your own graphics and things that you're posting, your own photos, because sometimes it's kind of like, gosh, if you just moved an inch or if you just did one thing, your photo would be 100 times better and more impactful. So we want to help you in this aspect of your business. Um, Sydney has a ton to share today. We're going to really try and work on getting through it fast. But if you guys could just wait to leave your questions to the end, that would be great. If you don't already have the Canva app, download it on your phone. She's going to be doing it live on her phone, so you can do it with her as you go. You can also do it from your computer. So Sydney is a pro at this, and I'm super excited. I'm going to pass it over to her, and we'll get this going.
Hi, guys. Well, I don't know about a pro at this, but I have some experience anyways. I am not like a genius. Side note, I'm not like a technical wizard. So if you're having tech issues like with your phone, I could try to help, but I'm going to try to just keep it very simple, basic, go over the basics today so that we can help anybody who's struggling. If you have more detailed, specific questions, feel free to shoot me a message like outside of this group. If you need help on something specific, I can sure try to help you. So we talked about in Breckenridge, we talked about photos and how to take photos to make them obviously more appealing for the way you're standing, to look better, for the lighting to be better, to highlight the clothes that we wear better. Obviously, photos are a huge freaking part of this business. We're sharing the clothes, so we want to take good photos. And I know that, especially when you first start, how intimidating photos can be. I know when I first started, I'm like, I am not sharing selfies every day. And now, if I haven't shared a selfie or like 10 selfies in a day, I'm like, this is weird. I need to take a picture of myself. So it does get better. You get more comfortable with it, but you just have to buckle down and take the pictures. I don't care how you feel about your body. I don't care any of that. I mean, I know how it feels and it can be shitty, but just take the pictures of yourself. People want to see you. Even if you're going to share pictures of all sizes of bodies in these clothes, that's great, but people want to see you. That's why they're buying these clothes from you, is because you're you. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to take pictures. Mine are very simple. I take all of my pictures on my iPhone. I'm going to show you, well, let's see, Erica's screen shared, so I'll show you at the end my setup. So I use my iPhone. I use 10-second self timer. And I have a ring light that I use, and that's pretty much how I take all of my pictures. Just depending on what you're doing. So I'm going to stand up and so I can show you kind of some poses. Depending on what you are trying to take a picture of. Like if I'm just doing daily pictures in my VIP group, sometimes I literally just stand in front of a window and take it with the chaos of my children's life behind me. But if I'm going to do nice pictures to try to take like pictures of specific items, I like to set up my ring light. I like to stand in front of like a clean, clear, blank wall. It doesn't have to be big. This is literally like 4 feet wide. That's all I do. And I do that a few times a month so that I can just take a bunch of pictures. I just set aside an afternoon, an hour, and I just take a bunch of pictures of all the different items that we have. I like to just do like random bras, and go back to the basics, bomber bras, things like that, especially for all these restocks that we have. So I do that. And then if there are days that I don't feel like sharing a selfie, I just go back through that and I find one of those pictures to share of myself. So that's a great tip, is to just take mass amount of photos and then save them on your phone, and then you have them throughout the month to use. So I do that a few times a month, and it's very helpful. Okay, so when we're doing pictures, we want to face the light source. So if you're just doing it without a ring light, you want to face a window. You can see in the Erica screen shared, so you can see the difference. I'm standing in the exact same spot in that picture, but one is with the window at my back and one is with the window at my front. So it makes a huge difference. If your light source is at your back, you're going to be drowned out. There's not going to be much clarity in the picture, and the colors are not going to be the true colors of these items that we are sharing. So make sure you face your light source. I use a ring light, and I will show you here at the end of this what it looks like, but it's just off of Amazon. I can also share the link. It's just, I think it's like a $90 one off of Amazon, and it is an 18-inch, I think. So when I first started, I bought a 10-inch one maybe, and it was great for like chest up, but it just didn't do justice for trying to take a full body picture, which we're oftentimes trying to do to share our whole outfit. So I highly recommend a big 18-inch ring light. It helps greatly for taking pictures in dark rooms. So my ring light comes with a little phone attachment, so you can just stick your phone right in there, do your self timers, all of that. All right, so when we talk about posing, let's see, I'm gonna adjust this so that you can see me. I don't know, I guess I could just, do we wanna just do it on show my pictures, or should I share? I don't know. I'll just go with what Erica has pulled up right now for the time being. And then if anyone wants to see anything. Okay, so it's all about angles, right? So many times I see people putting the camera below them, and then they're crouched over, looking all awkward, like trying to get in the picture, and your head is huge and your butt is tiny, which is great. We all like small butts, but well, maybe we don't like small butts, but either way. So it's all about angles. You want to have the camera at eye level so that nothing is disproportionate in your body. So you can have it at eye level or slightly above. That way you don't have any double chin. You're not bent over. You're not looking up at the camera. So like, just check it out. Eye level, face towards the camera, not necessarily your body, but you want your face towards the camera. You can see in that bottom middle picture, like my face isn't completely towards the ring light, so it's super shadowed. So make sure you get your camera at the right angle. I know there's times where you just have to make do and prop your phone up however you need to, but if you're gonna put the effort in and try to take some pictures, make sure you have your camera at eye level or slightly above. Let's see. Yeah, see, so you can tell the difference. Nobody wants a double chin like that, right? We don't wanna do that. All right, and as for standing, so you don't want to just stand straight on. Sorry. It's just not flattering for anyone, and there creates no angles. It's just not flattering. So you want to stand at a slight angle, and usually you want to put your weight on one leg rather than standing like equal weight on both legs. So weight on one leg, and you can pop a knee, you can bend a knee. You don't have to like completely pop your knee all sassy, but just stand at a slight angle and pop your knee a little bit to create some angles for you. And then you want to stick your booty back. So when you're taking a picture, if you have your weight on your front leg, I don't know if it's going to help if I stand up or not, but if you have your weight on your front leg, like this is going to look bigger. Most of the time, we're not trying to accentuate our hips and our butts, because that's the biggest part of our bodies as women most of the time. So put your weight back on your back leg and create those slimming angles for you. And then, yeah, stick your booty back rather than out, because it's just gonna, unless that's what you're going for, I guess, but just stick your booty back. Even if your weight isn't on your front, even if your weight is on your front leg, don't stick your booty to the side, stick it back so that you have nice slimming angles for your legs. As for arms, I know that arms can be super awkward. Even when you are comfortable with taking pictures, it's still like, okay, what do I do with my arms, right? So if you're gonna just hang your arms down, obviously you wanna do some kind of little flexing so that you don't have the arm pudge sticking out. And this is why we also like to stand at a slight angle so our arms just aren't sitting there, with our arm fat pinching out, because nobody likes that. So make sure if you are gonna hang your arm down, flex it, show off any bit of muscle that you have. It doesn't have to be any muscle because there's not a lot for me. So, or just do a shoulder pop. So when you do a shoulder pop, if you're going to stick your hand on your shoulder, it creates such nice angles. It's flattering for your shoulder. It's flattering for your arm. So just make sure that you're always doing something with your arm. Don't be afraid to try something new. You can, be pretending to fix your ponytail. You can do all sorts of things. Just don't stand straight on looking like Eeyore, like we talked about. I need to take a drink. I'm not used to talking this much. Okay. As for your chin and your neck, make sure that you lengthen your neck out. I mean, you don't want to stick it way out, but I almost always lean towards the camera just a little bit to help lengthen out my gobbler. You don't want a double chin. You don't want to accentuate that. So make sure you lengthen out your neck, stick your head out just a tiny bit, not extremely far, but just don't stick your chin back. And then make sure that you're smiling. So I know that seems simple, but so many times I see pictures of people and they're, they just have a fake smile. I'm like, that they don't look like they're enjoying those clothes. Like, even if I'm having a shitty day, I keep it real in my VIP group. I'm not always posting fake smiles of myself, but if I am just doing a photo shoot per se, I do whatever it takes to just cheese out and take a real cheesy smile rather than a fake smile. You want to look like you're happy in these clothes you're wearing, right? So if you have a disgusted fake smile in your picture, people are going to be like, wow, like she really looks like she's having fun, right? As far as sides of your face, a lot of people want to just take pictures on the same side because they're comfortable with that side of their face. That's the way they like their pictures taken. But make sure when you're doing that, just flip around to the other side. Just take that picture. You don't have to use it. It literally takes an extra 30 seconds if you take a couple pictures. So just try different angles, or try different ways of standing, try different ways of posing, different sides. Just take a crap ton of pictures and then just go through your camera roll as soon as you get done. I know that we all have so many pictures on our phone, but just go through, delete the ones you don't like, favorites, heart the ones that you do like, and then you can either edit those or save those to use at a different time. But just don't be afraid to switch it up. Just try something new. You don't have to take the same side angle smiling pose every time. Make funny faces, do what you have to do. Just have fun with it and be your authentic, real self. That's all people want to see. They're going to connect with that way more than with somebody who's just posting perfectly. I know I'm talking about taking perfectly posed pictures and trying to make flattering angles, but and that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to sell these clothes. We don't want to post a picture of ourselves that we don't feel good in, but people are going to connect with you if you're going to share the reel too. Don't just share the highlight reel. Don't get stuck in sharing perfectly posed, perfectly lit, highlighted, amazing pictures. Share the highlight reel. Share a picture of you in your bra, even if you're uncomfortable, even if it shows back rolls, even if it shows a stretch mark from babies. Like, just share that. People are going to connect with that way more than they are if you don't share any of that, if you're just sharing the highlight reel. So make sure that you just do that and just have some fun. So that's what I have for pictures. I guess I'll chat quick about pictures outside. If you are going to take pictures outside, a lot of people think that they should stand in the sun because that's the brightest, right? But you actually want the sun. It kind of goes against what I said at the beginning, but you want the sun at your back. You want it behind you. Otherwise, it's going to just highlight everything, and it's going to be everything's going to be whited out. I don't know if that's a word, whited. Either way. So either stand in a shadow find like a shadowed place or stand with the sun at your back. And that's going to give you more true colors in your photos. I am not going to talk a lot about, or I don't know if I'm going to talk at all about Lightroom today. I know a couple people asked about that and editing pictures, and I talked about that in Breckenridge, but I think we're going to save that training for another day. So if you have questions about editing your pictures, we'll go out over that another day, but we just simply don't have time to go over all of that. But I will, Erica and I will figure out a time to share that. Okay, so does anybody have any pictures about, or any questions about picture taking, things like that, before I move on to Canva? I kind of just word vomited, so I don't know if that was helpful. If you have a question.
I don't have any in the chat yet, so.
Okay.
Like
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as Canva goes, Canva it's a simple app. I mean, it's a simple thing when you're used to it, but it can be super overwhelming, and it can be complicated if you're not familiar with it. Sorry, try not to blur myself up. So Canva obviously has templates that you can use, and that's all I really used at first. But like Eric and I were chatting about when we first jumped on, we get so caught up in trying to use a template, but then trying to edit it to make it what we wanted, that we'd spend way more time than if we would have just started with a blank template. So the templates are great. They're there for you to use. If you find one you like, great. If it's a time saver, even better. So you can definitely utilize those templates. But I have started creating my own templates. And now that I've kind of got my look down, my templates down, I can just copy a template and then edit it to how I want if I'm creating a new graphic. So I am going to screen share my phone. And if anybody wants to get on your Canva app and do this with me, don't feel like you're being rude by not paying attention. So feel free to jump on your Canva app and do this with me. Let me figure out how to screen share here quick. I still am struggling with my voice from Colorado. It's too much fun. Let's see. Okay. You guys can hear me, right? Okay. All right. So, go to your Canva app. And most of the time when I'm creating something, I just do like an Instagram post is going to be just a square post, like a square graphic. So most of the time that's just what I do, but there's all different sizes. But I always just go to create a new design and I click on Instagram post, and then I go to blank so I can just create my own. Okay, so now I need one of you ladies to volunteer to let me create like a new rep and a rank advance template for you to use when someone joins your team or someone has a rank advance. So somebody unmute yourself and volunteer yourself to let me just design something so I have something to go off of here. Abby Kyle. Okay, girlfriend. Tell me like what kind of background you're looking for. Do you want like tie-dye, glitter, basics? Just tell me what you want for like a background. Or
probably more like the basic colors. Like I'm more of like the olive and blacks and grays and
okay.
Earthy more so.
Earthy. Ooh, I'll just search that. Okay, so when I'm creating a template, say I want to find a background. I want something besides this plain white background. So you're going to click on the little plus sign in the bottom corner, and then you're going to go to images. And so there's your camera roll images, but you can go to images and there's tons of free options. So I actually have the pro version, but I'll turn the pro off so that we just see the free options. There's so many options. Let's see if Earth even comes up. Earth. let's see. I don't really want actual olive. Let's try green paint. Okay, so I just typed in green paint. So we're gonna just go with one of these neutral backgrounds. Let's go with this one. So then it pops up. You're gonna wanna make it bigger. So the little dots in the corner, you can just drag to make it bigger. If you need to keep making it bigger, just slide it over and do that. Okay, so that's actual grass. I thought that was paint. Anyways, so now we have that. We wanna like lower the transparency to make it faded out so we can add text over top without making it too much. So you'll scroll over to transparency and then you'll lower the transparency. Let's see. You can kind of just play around with it. We can edit that later too if we need to. All right. Okay, so there we have a background. So now do we want some kind of like accent? So let's just go back to the plus sign. Let's go to illustrations. And then let's type in arrow. Okay. No, let's do, sorry, I should have planned this out. Geometric, so we can get some like geometric patterns on there. So look at all of those. Those are all free options that you can just throw on your design if that's what you want. So look at these little arrows, right? They're green. Maybe you want to change the color of them. So you can click on any of these colors right here. Whoops, sorry. Or if you want to create your own color, you can do that and you can choose any color that you want. So we'll just go with that. And then up at the corner, you're going to be able to edit the transparency of that as well too. Okay. So I have no idea what this is going to look like at the end, but, and you see those red lines that pop up, that's going to be like centering everything. So those red lines pop up, they really help you to keep your designs like centered and things like that. So this was probably the biggest, next thing was probably the biggest question that I got was how the heck do I like put a picture into Canva? So you can just enter, you can just go to images and you can just add a picture, but then it's going to just show up in the size of that picture, right? So if you want to edit that, you can drag these little like white bars in the center of the picture over to make it skinnier or anything like that. If you need to center the actual photo itself, you'll double click on the photo and then slide it over. And if somebody is super confused, I don't know if this is making sense. So if somebody needs to chirp in and ask a question, go for it. So say you want to do that. But what I like to do when I'm adding a photo in, so I'm going to just delete that up at the top corner. I go to illustrations and then I type in frames and make sure that you add an S at the end, because if you type in frame, you're going to get that type of stuff. So make sure you type in frames. And then here's photo frames. So you can add a photo in any of these shapes. So say we want to do a circle. Okay, so we've got our picture. So then you can obviously just make that a plain color, or you can go to camera roll and then you can add a picture. And we can add a picture of Cassidy. Okay, so there's Cassidy. She's in the circle, but her head is cropped off, right? So like I said, double click on the picture, just double tap, and then you can drag the picture down. So you can see her cute face and her cute booty. Okay, so now to drag that, you can make it bigger. Like I said, in the corner dots on the square there, make it bigger. And let's drag it up to the corner here. So let's go right up here. Okay, so now that looks kind of
kind of like it needs accentuated, right? So maybe we want to like put a black circle around the background. So you'll go to the little plus sign, go to shapes. I want to add a circle. Okay, so I don't want it to be gray. I want it to be black. So you click on black, or say you want it to be the color of her leggings. Okay, so you click on this little dropper tool, gray dropper tool. And then that's gonna pull up so that you can drag it around and click on any picture, any color in the photo, and it'll make the square or the circle that color. So let's drag it up to those leggings. Dang, girl. Okay, so we drag it up to the leggings. We have the same color of red as in her. And I know you didn't ask for red, Abby. I just wanted to show that. So we'll actually go back to black. But so I need to make this a little bit bigger because I want it to be slightly bigger than the circle. Okay, so now we covered Cassidy up. How do we fix that? The 3 little dots in the top right-hand corner, you're gonna click on that, and then you're gonna click on the little arrow pointing down, and that means it's going to send that backwards. If you click on the forward one, if you have something in the background that you want to bring to the top layer, you'll click on that. So I'm gonna send it to the back, and then we see it's not centered, so then we'll drag it. You don't even have to drag something. As long as it's highlighted, you don't even have to like have your finger over that specific item. You can click anywhere on the picture and move your finger and it will drag that item. So we got that moved. It's centered around that, highlights the picture. Do we have any questions so far? Let's see. Okay, so now we want to add some text. So we'll go to the little plus sign again, text. So they have tons of like text templates, as you can see, and they're super great. You can definitely utilize them. I usually just do my own, but you can definitely utilize them. So let's say I like the Cue the Confetti one. I like those 2 fonts together, which is nice because these are all fonts that go nicely together. So you don't have to spend time trying to find 2 fonts that look good together. So we obviously don't want it to say Cue the Confetti, and I don't want it to necessarily be in that layout. So if I want to make this so it's 2 separate items, you're gonna click on the little circle and square at the very top in the middle of the screen, that circle with the square behind it, and that's going to separate those 2 items so that they're no longer conjoined. So I'm gonna click on that. So now we have confetti by itself and Cue the by itself. Okay, so whoops, I wasn't gonna do that yet. So now we want to edit the wording. So you'll click on the words you want to edit and then just double tap and you can fix that. So we say welcome. So say we want to make that bigger, you can either click on the little corner, the little circles in the corner and make it bigger, or you can click down below here where it says like 140 and you can make it bigger there, make it smaller there. So say I do this and now it's all wonky like that. You don't want that. So you're going to click on this little square thing to drag out the edge so you can make that longer like that. Okay, so I'm going to make that longer. Say we don't want the word welcome to be so spaced out. We're going to go to spacing and we're going to go to letter spacing. So you can move the letters closer together. You can space them out. So we'll move them a little closer together. And from there, if you did have two levels, so like that or something, and you wanted to push them closer together, then that's where you would adjust the line height to bring that up closer too. So we'll spread that back out. So welcome, and then we'll just play with that later. So then now we need to change confetti. So we'll double click on that, type in Cassidy, make it just a little bit bigger. And so now those little arrows in the background are a little too dark, right? So we'll click on that. And then we're going to lower the transparency even more so that they don't stand out so much. And then you click done at the top left corner. So now we have welcome Cassidy. Let's see here. So we'll just play around with the wording, how you want it. Just drag your words around so that they're nice, and make sure you use those, you know, those little lines that pop up so it's centered. Okay. Let's see, what else would we want to add to this? Say we want to add the Zaya logo. A lot of people don't know how to do this. A lot of people, sorry, I'm just reading the chat quick. Before you leave the text spot, can you please show me? Okay, so Brianna, you have to do the neon on your computer. So I can message you after this and show you. We're just gonna try to keep it really simple and basic for right now, but I can show you at the end maybe or something. You have to do that on your computer though. No, Cassidy, I do wish that you could make a list of favorite fonts, but you can't, and that's really annoying. Your most recent used fonts will show up if you click on the fonts. Like your last 2 used fonts will show up. So if you're, I mean, you probably aren't going to use more than 2 fonts in one design, so you can do that. But as far as if you like a certain font to use every time, no, you can search it though in that search bar. So you can search, like, I think Playbill or playlist or something is one. Playlist script. So you can do that if you want. Okay. So as far as the Zaya, there are more, yeah, Jennifer, there's more options to do on the computer. It's a little more user friendly. I just know a lot of people just do things on their phone for convenience purposes, but if you have time, there's more options on your computer, and it's a little more user friendly. So a lot of times I will start a design on my computer, get like the tricky things done, and then finish it and save it on my phone so that I don't have to transfer it from there. Okay, so if anybody needs the Zaya logo, all you do is you log into your back office, go to company files, and then you'll click on the logos, and they have lots of different options. So my favorite is the transparent one, so that you don't have that white square around it. So say you go, I guess I could just, you go to your back office. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Go to your back office, you save the photo, you save the Zaya logo. So now we want to put it into our design, right? What I do so that I always have this, I don't have to scroll back and look, I go to the plus sign, I scroll over to logos, and then I have a lot saved, but you go down to the very bottom and you'll click on this little plus sign in the square, and then you'll go to the pictures so you have it saved. So let's say I just saved, this is actually the white one, that white square. I just saved the Zaya logo. So we just added it to our logos. Well, I think I did. Might have saved it wrong. Yep. So then now it just shows up in your logos, and it shows up with the transparent background. So say anytime you want to add the Zaya logo now, it will be saved in your logos. Go to logos, you'll just click on it right there and it'll add. Does that make sense for everybody? So now here's the Zaya logo. I want to make it a little smaller. So you instead, in this, you want to make sure you click on the little circles in the corners of the photos and not the little squares in the middle of the lines. Because if you click on the things, it is going to make the actual graphic smaller. So then you're going to crop part of your picture. So just make sure that you are clicking on the corners to make it smaller. Yes, you can save all of this from the free version. So say we want to put that up in the corner, Zaya active. You can also edit the transparency of that too, if you want to make it less bright, whatever. And they have different logos that you can save. You can save just the moon emblem. You can save a black logo. You can save the independent rep, all sorts of different things to save there. Okay, so let's say we're just gonna keep it basic. We're just gonna say this is, just for time purposes, we're gonna call this good. This is Abby's new, this is not what you have to use, Abby, but this is Abby's new welcome design. Okay, so now if you need to save it to your phone so you can welcome her. Sorry, I can't stand when things are, I have to fix it a little bit. Okay, so then you're gonna go to the little arrow with a line on the bottom, and that's gonna just automatically save it. Or if you push the arrow pointing up, you could choose how you want to save it, or you can send it. So just save as. I always do a PNG. You can make it like a bigger file, but I've never needed to do that. So just save as, whatever. Then you download, and then it'll just appear in your camera roll. Okay, so now we have that design made. Now we want to make a rank advance one, right? So I want to do the same type. I want it to look cohesive, right? I want everything to look the same. So I'm going to click on the 3 little dots. There you can rename it. So I'm going to rename that to like new rep. Oops. So now I have my new rep post. Now let's go, and I'm going to click the 3 little dots in the top right-hand corner, and then I'm going to click make a copy. So now I'm going to click there, and we have our copy of that. So now we want rank advanced. We want to make one so it's rank advanced, right? So we want to use the same, we want to keep the same fonts. We want to keep that, but we obviously want to put like rank advance on there somewhere. So if we want to keep the same font as Cassidy, what I always do, I just click on that word, and then the 2 little double squares at the top at the top of my phone, that's going to duplicate it. So then now I have 2 of them. So I drag that out of the way. I double tap on it, and then I type rank advance. And so like I talked about earlier, I want to make this spacing a little closer together. So I'm going to click on spacing. I'm going to shorten the line height so they're closer together. If you want to make it all caps, you can click on the 2 little A's right there. You can make it all caps. You can make it, or just like normal. So say you want to do all caps, you can do that. So now let's switch it up. Let's say we want to move some things around. So let's just click on the picture. I'm going to move this circle first. And then I'm going to add Cassidy's picture back to it. So we have rank advance up in the top corner. We are going to have Cassidy right here. And then we want to turn the welcome. I'm going to make it smaller. Let's say junior rep. And so now I need to click on the little line and drag it out so it's all on the same line if that's what you want. And then I put that above her. So seriously, as simple as that. 2 minutes later, I mean, I would probably spend more time on this, but 2 minutes later, you have a rank advance graphic. So then you can save it. You can go back out. So now you have your new rep, and you have your rename it to rank advance. Okay, so now we'll talk about, let's do, like, say you're going to do thank you or this and that, either way. How do you share a link to a graphic you have created? So you want to share, this like template for someone else to use? Is that what you're saying, Lexi?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll click on the 3 little dots up in the middle of the screen, and then you're going to click on those 2 little people there. And then you'll either send edit link, and that's where they can edit that graphic. Or if you send the view link, then they can just view it. So that's how you're going to share that. Or you can, I don't know. Yeah, I think that was right. Okay, so maybe, I don't know. Is this getting long? Should I be wrapping it up? Do you guys want me to go over to like how to create like 2 pictures rather than just 1 picture? I don't know.
Please.
Huh?
I said yes, please.
Okay. Well, if anyone needs to hop off, no offense, just do what you gotta do. Okay, so I guess I'll just create a new one. So we're gonna just click on the little plus sign. I'm gonna go to Instagram post. Yes, we will be sharing this recording. So blank. So one thing I've noticed, that's one thing I like most about my computer version, is that I can add photo grids, which are going to be like collages. I have a harder time doing that on my phone. There's not as many options that pop up. But if you go to the little plus sign, click on illustrations. And then let's see. I'm trying to think what I type in. I think I typed in collage maybe. Whoopsies. Shoot. So there are some options, but where did I think I have it written? Sorry. I played around with this a lot last night because I don't usually actually do it on my phone. I usually do it on my computer. So, oh my gosh, I'm annoying myself, guys. I don't know what I typed in. Photo collage, maybe? Or photos? I don't know. That's why I like to do like the 2 different pictures. But okay, so let's just say we want 2 different pictures. Let's go. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm going to just go to illustrations. I'm going to type in frames. Wow, if I can type. So there, we'll just use this one. So we have those 2 right there in a book. That's cute. Okay, so I have those 2 right there. I made it bigger. So now we want to add to those, make those pictures like a this or that. Ready? So then you'll click on the background here, go to camera roll. You'll choose your this or that. So we'll go Cassidy, or then I'll click on the next one and we'll go me. Oh shit. Shoot. Whoops. Let's try that again. Click on me, camera roll, and then we'll go Cassidy. Okay, so there's 2 different pictures there. So then for this and that's all we want to do. We just want to add some wording, right? This or that. So just go to text. I just usually do some of my own. Type in this. And then you can scroll and find fonts. There's so many different fonts that you can choose. You could spend 12 years scrolling through fonts if you're a font freak like I am. So this, then I'm going to duplicate it with those 2 little squares at the top. You can use the free version from your computer. Yes, Casey. So that. So we have this and that. We'll line them up so that they're equal. So say I want to make this the color of Cassidy's leggings. So I'm going to click on this little black square here next to the font type in the middle of the screen. And then I'm going to grab my dropper, drag it over to Cassidy's leggings. There's the this. So now I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on the black square, the little dropper, and drag it over to my leggings. So we have that. Okay. So this or that, say we're doing this with new releases. So we're going to do this and we want to be able to do this with all the new releases. So we're going to we want to duplicate this. So in the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see that little 1. That means you have 1 page. So you'll click on that. And then you're going to click on the little double squares, which mean that's the duplicate. So duplicate. So now I have, well, that's saved all weird. This is one thing that I have not figured out with Canva, why it does stuff like that. So then we'll just try again. Click, and we'll just put 2 different pictures in there. Gonna use Chaz's cute face. So then you can keep doing that. So now you have 2 different ones. I don't know why it's got all wacky on me. So you have 2 different ones. You can keep adding. You can add another page, duplicate. You can add those. So then when you go at the end to save your design, it'll save all 3 of those photos or those graphics with your different this or that. So when you go back, say next Wednesday, you want to do the same thing. You have the template. Just click on it, edit your pictures. If you need to edit the word or like the color of the word or whatever, you can do that. And then just save the whole thing. So you save yourself time rather than go on and creating a new one every time. You can also do this with new releases. You can have different templates for like multiple pictures. So if I'm doing a new release graphic, I have one that I can put 2 pictures in. I have one that I can put 3 pictures in. I have one that I can put 4 pictures in. So just having those templates made, it takes time to create those templates, but once you get them made, it is a huge time saver. Another thing I know sometimes, like I have struggled and I haven't figured out why, is when you go to save your design and then it saves and the words are all wonky or it's blurry or it's pixelated or something like that. So when my design isn't saving very well, I just screenshot it and crop it, and that's how I save it. You can also do that if you are using a pro version background or graphic or something. Just screenshot it, and then otherwise it won't let you save it without paying. So you can just screenshot it. That's probably stealing, I don't know, but do what you gotta do to do that. One thing I do like to add, like on some pictures, I'm just gonna show you. So there's so many different like choices for things you can add. So say I want like a glitter on my background. So I'm going to go to illustrations, and then I'm going to literally just type in glitter, and I'll change it off the pro version. Oh, maybe sparkles, or maybe I need to go to images. I think I need to. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to cancel quick. Sorry. Go to images instead, and then click on images rather than your camera roll. I'm going to type in glitter, and then look at all those glitter things that pop up. So say I want this little cute glitter stroke on my picture, then you just add it in. So there's so many cute options, especially ones with transparent backgrounds to make your life easier. So then say I want to put this through my picture, just click the 3 little dots, send it to the background. Maybe gotta go. So then, I mean, it obviously doesn't look very good with this setup, but there's so many different options. So play around. You can search the images and pretty much find anything that you want. Erica's Snapchatting me. Anything that you want in the images, even if it's free. Like I know the pro version has a lot more, but the free version seriously has so much. So I just like threw a shit ton of stuff at you. So does anyone have any specific questions? I don't want to keep rambling. This is kind of gotten long. So if anyone has any specific questions, I can help you. I know Brianna had that one and I can show her that, but if anyone else has any specific questions, feel free to ask, or you can message me. Like I said, if you have a more specific question, you can message me on Facebook and we can try to figure it out. But I guess if anyone, I can show. Okay, so I'm just going to.
Cassidy wants you to make a list of your personal favorite fonts for us.
I mean, I probably can, but it's going to take some time. I can share that later. But I have the pro version. That's literally why I got the pro version. It's for the fonts because I'm kind of a font snob. Let's see. Do we need to have Zaya logos? No, you don't have to have the Zaya logos, Cassandra. Some people just like to add them on their graphics, but it's not necessary to have. So do not feel like you have to have those. Let's see. Let me update this. Is Brianna, are you still on? I don't know how to tell. Can you see if Brianna's still on?
I don't see her.
Okay. She was like, screw you, you're not gonna answer my question, I'm getting off.
I want to know though, so.
Okay, well, I guess I can go over. So I'm on my computer. I'm just gonna flip my phone around rather than share my computer. Okay, maybe it's not gonna be, can you see that? Or is it blurry? So I'm just on my computer on Canva. You just log in. Once you log in, it's gonna just show you, you can click on all your designs. and then all your designs that you made are going to show up. So even the ones that I literally just made for with Cassidy in it are going to show up. So Brianna asked how to make your font like glow in neon. So like I said, the computer version is so much more user friendly. So say I want to make rank advance like a look cooler. So you're going to click on it and you're going to go to effects right here right there. And so then you can do all sorts of things. You can add a shadow. You can change the color of that shadow right there. So that's, you can, well, how do I scroll down? Sorry. You can add an echo, you can add a splice, you can make it hollow, and there, right here is where you're gonna make it neon. So obviously black neon is not probably that cool. I don't know why my computer is not letting me, oh gosh, I'm getting distracted, sorry. So that's how you make it neon. Then you can edit the color of it so that it's like a cooler neon. But so that's gonna make it like this glow. So we want to do a pink neon. We'll go back to effects. You can change the intensity of it. So you can make it like less glowy. You can make it like that, which I like to do the intensity like that. And then it makes it really glow. I'll show you while I'm on here how to add a grid template. So I'm going to, oopsies. Create a design up here, top corner, Instagram post, and then it opens a new tab, which is kind of nice. So if you want to create like a photo collage, I go to elements right here. And then it shows all your recently used, but here's where you have your frames, your shapes, you have stickers, charts, and grids. You'll want to click on grids. So then here you have so many options for photo grids and collages and things like that. So you can add it to your design, and then from there you can edit it by dragging, like this is the little square in the middle of the thing. You can edit the shape of it, or you can edit the size of it by going in the corner. And that's going to keep the size the same, or keep the shape the same, but just edit the size of it. I don't know. What other specific questions do we have? I could there's so many different things. That's why I said it's a simple app if you want to just use it for simple things, but you can do so much stuff on it as well. Yep, just canva.com.
I think this was awesome, Sydney. I feel like it gave people a good place to start, at least.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, you can do so much with it. So I don't want to like confuse the heck out of people and go into the complicated stuff. But like I said, if anyone has specific questions, feel free to message me or comment on that thread that I posted last night in Ziafire, and I can try to answer your questions.
We appreciate you so much. All right, ladies, unmute yourselves. Give Sid some love.
Thank you, Sydney.
Thanks, Sydney.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to me. Blah.
Bye.
See you guys.